If you did a search here on YouTube, you would see so many videos about women talking about femininity. If you have been existing on social media for the past, 2 or 3 years, you would have heard a lot of talk about toxic masculinity. What these conversations are missing, I think, is balance. I think you're going to find pockets of people who are fairly balanced. But maybe the perception is kind of skewed because I think of Jordan Peterson as someone who's fairly balanced in his discussion of masculinity and femininity. I am talking about this from like a philosophical perspective. So just like taking a step back, not on you, person, watching this video right now and your masculinity or femininity, but just as constructs, like ideas. The divine masculine it's like I want you to think of like a king or like a warrior type. Like this person has pure masculine energy. Like they have so much masculine energy. And masculine energy is really about leadership. It's really about strength, logics, and it's like analytical. Like that's what masculine energy is. So when you think of a king or you think of a warrior, you're really thinking of like people who are doing it, like building things, knocking things down. Like they're very, very strong. They can mobilize people to get things done. That's masculine energy. Divine feminine energy, like if we're just, it's like the other end of the spectrum. Feminine energy is really about kindness, gentleness, support, and it's very nurturing. In addition to, creativity flows out of this like feminine energy. It's like mothers have wombs and create things. So when you think of feminine energy, divine feminine, really you should be thinking like queen, like mother. Like those are the concepts, the representations of what these energies are about. We cannot exist without one of them. We need both feminine and masculine energy to exist in this world. One of the benefits of masculine energy is like the structures that have been built across the world. Masculine energy, mostly men, built the structures around the earth, the home that I'm living in. This was birthed out of masculine energy. The ideas may have come from a woman needing shelter for the kids. So we see like how you need like both of them. I think it's also important to acknowledge that masculine and feminine energy resides in every one of us. Every one of us, to varying degrees. So a man typically has more masculine energy than feminine energy. But let's say a man is a business owner, he's an entrepreneur, he has to enter into feminine energy to come up with ideas for his business. Like that's just the way and there's nothing wrong with that. There are some men who have more feminine energy than masculine energy. I would say there's nothing wrong with that either. If people are happy and whole, they're not bothering you. Like, what is the issue? I see no issue. We also see in partnerships, one of the reasons like a traditional or typical heterosexual man who's very masculine, heterosexual woman who's very feminine work together is because the energies are balanced when they come together. I think it's also the reason that you end up having, even in same-sex couples, someone who has more masculine energy. Does not mean they always look more masculine on the outside, but that's typically what you see. Whether it's women or men in a same-sex relationship, you'll see one of those people has taken the leadership role in the relationship, has more of the masculine energy. I don't see anything wrong with these archetypes, these like symbols that have reoccurred in history. I think maybe some people don't like that things are the way they are. I'm not really trying to say that they're good or bad or whatever. I'm just saying that they have existed in history for a very long time and they work. Like one person having more masculine energy, one person having more feminine energy typically works. You may also see in some relationships that both people seem to be like balanced, that in themselves, they have both masculine and feminine energy pretty much at the same degree. These are people who, can look androgynous. They, I think, often pair with someone who's similar or who has more feminine energy. But whatever, people can pick like whatever they want to pick. You can remain in the relationships that you want to remain in. I just think it's very, very helpful just to understand these concepts and not to necessarily judge them as being something that you should or shouldn't do. But I think it helps when we're having conversations around patriarchy, matriarchy, when we're having conversations about families and families that do not have a man and a woman or masculine and energy in the same household. Because if you look carefully and you look at the data and the research that has been done, we need both. Like people, children, like we need both to exist in this world. So the next time you're having a conversation about toxic masculinity, maybe come back to center and have a conversation about what masculinity is and how it's a great thing to be masculine. And the next time you're talking about femininity, and whether you're watching a video on YouTube or just thinking about it in your own life, femininity is not weakness. I hope you realize I said nothing about weakness in my video on this. Femininity is not about weakness. There are strengths in femininity that I am hoping you can acknowledge in your own life and like you're moving through the world. This is just like one concept about being human and existing and being in relation with people. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with someone you think may like it, and thank you for watching.